I owe you. Whatever they say. Can I talk in the mic? Can you hear me now? I eat ooh, I eat you, I eat you, It's like, oh,
I thought you was live already. Hold on, let me fix this.
What's the name of that song anyway?
Brighter day.
That's it's not brighter. It's called Brighter Day. And
Yeah.
they just make vowel sounds.
That's not. They ain't saying nothing. What you think they're saying? First
They
of
be
all,
like, e, ooh, And Juice said it ain't got no words.
Into chaos, and DaBaby.
Welcome.
The dungeon has been opened.
So I gotta talk fast. See?
no, that's just the background music.
It's the background music.
That's it. Is it too loud?
I'm Michael Jackson.
Stop it. And
These are the dreams.
Oh God, so good. What? Oh, it's close. In order to hear Z, I gotta
Welcome. I'm Chaos and he's DaBaby.
Are we doing that again?
Come on, baby. Welcome.
Girl.
Welcome to the room.
Into what
Come
room?
on in the room.
Oh, wait, you good right there?
That's the church people. That's for all the Christians.
What Christians?
All the Christians that's in the room.
Stop.
Welcome in the room.
Okay.
Come on in the room. We waiting.
Oh,
We're watching.
What?
We're watching and praying and fighting. You don't like that?
I'm gonna punch you in your head in a minute.
All right.
So this is the first show since my surgery. So I talk, my words get twisted. I still got stitches and wires over. You can know that all the way out the way.
Yeah,
It was hiding you. So we want to give a shout out to DJ Smooth. We're praying for him as well. He's still fighting this cancer battle and
praying for you, Smooth.
and praying for my right hand man, DJ D Rock. We also are praying for DJ Chicago and Mr. Marcus. They both lost their moms. And
our condolences.
those services are a day apart. So we've been keeping those people in our prayers. And what you got to say right now? Before you get to what you got to get to. Want me to keep going?
What I got to say.
The TikTok parties won't resume until the middle of July at the earliest.
When he's fully healed.
Okay, well, if I'm healed or not, in the middle of July, we having some kind of TikTok party. So all of those cities we are going to, we are going to be scheduled.
You got to walk without a limp.
Yeah, if I'm still walking with a limp, we still won't be doing them in July.
He's going to be broken.
Shout out to Rock the Crowd, Tosh
Shout
Beats,
out Tosh Beats,
Ms. DJ, Scratchmaster Ill, Casper C, DJ Dub. We appreciate you guys for coming here every Wednesday. This Wednesday, they won't be here, but we are having a Juneteenth celebration. Excuse me. So I don't know what I'm cooking, but it's going to be good. That's all I know for sure. What else we got going on?
One thing we do know is the food will be good.
If I shove that mic at you one more time,
I know somebody who is going to be trying food that they've never tasted. Not so sure if the food is going to be good or not.
I'm going to eat before I get there. I know how to cook. Hey, ribs is on the menu tomorrow for Fish Fry Friday. We having a full menu.
Stay tuned to the church announcements.
Can I get this menu together for Friday or what? Okay, so Friday we're having food.
What kind of food? Now you have me stop talking so you can talk about the menu.
We were having stuffed salmon, but I ain't making to pick none up, so we having deep fried salmon. Red snapper, bassa, catfish.
Somebody said that shit is delicious.
What?
That deep fried salmon. Actually, a couple people.
My goddamn nerves.
They tiptoeing.
Do the tulips. Right, I'm like, okay, we having catfish, bassa, red snapper, and deep fried salmon. Wings, burgers. Is that it? Oh, and rib dinners. We have rib dinners. You having drumsticks tomorrow?
Is this for Father's Day?
No.
For Juneteenth?
No, that's
What
for
is this
tomorrow.
menu?
Tomorrow, I just said tomorrow 3 times, nigga.
Oh, I need to get my ears cleaned.
No shit, Sherlock. You need to get something
I
done
was
with them. Get a
just
hearing aid.
joking.
You was just
Come
joking
on,
about
did
what?
you say I need a hearing aid?
You do. I know I need one. Don't even try that.
Well, at least I still got my teeth.
Barely. You ain't got nothing in the back. And I don't even know that from looking at
no
them.
complaints.
I ain't gonna complain. You can get the rest of them removed. We call start having velvet rope sessions around this bitch.
I like velvet ropes.
I know you do.
I like cotton ropes. I like nylon ropes. I like ropes from ropes.
You are terrible. You are the worst. So
like
you guys,
handcuffs.
we're not even gonna ask y'all to donate. We are actually selling cups. So y'all, for y'all guys can't see one. This one is ours. It's actually got our logo on there. It's 14 years
pretty.
apart. Let's see how close. Can you see that? Good.
Can you
Can you
see
see it over there?
Can you hear me now?
There we go. So we got some. We also got black. Ooh, did my mic go out?
Your mic went out.
It did.
Black Betty Boot is what he said. Black Betty Boot.
We got those. So $35.
Whoa.
Then we can
Went out
personalize it for
again.
you. I know. We probably need batteries or something. 35. Ooh.
Oh, you just one mic.
All we need is one mic. We need 2 mics, but we gonna use 1.5 today because half of this one ain't working. I got a backup mic over here somewhere.
You got backups for the backup?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What they saying do? All right, we got that. We got it. TikTok trying to kick us off already. Thank you for everybody tuning in on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram,
Who that
LinkedIn.
say? Somebody's mama?
What?
Said, hey, y'all. I can't see.
With all 4 of your eyes, you can't see that?
Yum's mama. Said, hey, y'all.
Hey, thank you for jumping in.
Hey, Yum's mama.
Did you get that all the way together? That's probably not even what that say. You need
It
some
does.
context.
It says Yum's mama. She said, hey, y'all.
They can't hear any audio. Oh, hold on. Let's fix that.
You can't hear us say?
On Facebook or TikTok? TikTok can't hear us. Hold on. Let's fix it.
Oh, TikTok can't hear. But you can hear on Facebook. Can you hear me? Let me know when y'all can hear me. He fixing and adjusting and can hear on Facebook, not on TikTok. Not on TikTok. We're gonna keep talking. Oh, Yum's mama said all good on TikTok. And you said Yum's mama is Stephanie?
No, Stephanie said, hey, on Facebook.
Oh no, it's on TikTok said that too. All right, guys. Wait, what do you need to know? Yes, you can hear on both. Okay, let me turn the volume down on my phone so that I don't have that kind of feedback.
So
Welcome
we
to
got-
the show. For everybody who did not hear us the first time.
Wow, that got real loud, didn't it? Jesus Christ.
So we're repeating what we were saying already.
Are we? We starting over?
Starting over.
Right,
Nothing wrong with starting over. A fresh start is always good.
Total chaos. Bang, 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 you bitch.
You're listening to Chaos, and DaBaby.
Well, bang, 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 you bitch.
You're listening to Chaos, and DaBaby. The dungeon has been opened.
Okay. That was loud as shit. So we all good on TikTok? Sorry for that out
Okay,
there.
I had to
TikTok.
make sure you couldn't hear.
All right, we back now? We starting over?
We are.
So if you hear me talking funny, it's because of the surgery. Shout out to DJ Smooth and D-Rock. They prayers are we praying for both of them, and we praying for DJ Chicago and
We are praying
Mr.
for all the
Marvelous.
sick and shut in.
and those who lost their
those
somebody.
who lost.
TikTok
loved
parties are
ones.
already scheduled because
He's broken.
You broke too. You're gonna be broken. You keep talking crazy.
He's broken.
Shout out to Tosh Beats, Mendes DJ, Scratchmaster L for doing the Rock the Crowd
And
show.
he's gonna be
on
even more
Wednesdays.
broken if he don't stop talking crazy.
If you don't put that mic up so we can hear
It's
you,
in my mouth. It's
not.
literally in my
I know
mouth.
how big your mouth can get, and trust me, it's not there yet.
It's
Anyway, moving right along. Shout out to the Rock the Crowd show. Next Wednesday, we're doing a Juneteenth show from here. So we're going to listen to Rock the Crowd on the TV, but we're actually doing our thing here as well. I'm cooking a big dinner. What was that, tomorrow? Fish Fry Friday.
Fish Fry Friday.
Snapper, Bassa. What?
Oh, I guess snapper is red snapper.
Red Snapper, Bassa Sway, Catfish, Wings, just Jettie's Burgers, Orphan Burgers.
But no perch.
All the
No
appetizers.
whiting. None of the cheap fish.
Ooh, no person white. Oh, yeah, Orange Ruffy is on that as well. Deep fried salmon.
Orange Ruffy is expensive.
So it is what it is. So
It is what it is.
and
And it is time for the church announcements.
okay.
Go ahead, Pastor
No,
Jay.
you go first.
Well, first up on my church announcements is always be sure to taste any food that is being catered.
My turn. My church announcements are:
Before you feed it to somebody else.
do not hire me after everyone else have failed you when you could have hired me first at probably a rather reasonable price. But you do you, boo. Your turn.
Oh,
Oh, you
showers are essential.
right? No, because don't come. This, you know what? And this is for real. Like, oh, we didn't want the donations. We just wanted y'all to purchase one of our cups. A $35. We mail it to you the same day. But the bonus is you get a flash drive with it, some of our show, and some with 80s and 90s R&B and hip hop, or a T-shirt. Whatever it is, you get it. It's $35. You get the whole package. But we're gonna talk about. I need to turn music off so I can speak on this. If your breath smell like bologna, stay the fuck out of my face. Don't give me a hug. None of that. Your shit smell like garlic bologna, bruh. Stay like 5 feet back. That shit was awful. It just
Everybody gonna be checking to see how they breath
so everybody
smell.
know I ain't say no names. There's no if you come here, your breath smell like bologna. Next time, be like, dude, your breath smell like bologna
Feel like you was raw on your hot dog.
and garlic. Like what the fuck? Don't
They
love
was
me that
garlic
much.
hot dogs
That was terrible.
on a stick
Like what the fuck?
with breading.
Loaded fries on the menu for tomorrow.
They had
too.
corn dogs before they came.
And the yard sale has been changed. It's gonna be at our house. You gotta check out the address on Facebook because I'm definitely not about to give it out to these 1,500 people that's following us right now. But we
You
do
didn't tell
appreciate
anybody
your
how to order the cups.
Oh, DM me.
That is a statement. It's a
DM me.
question.
I'll send you an invoice. You pay the invoice. Cups go out the same day. Saturday, I will be with my man DJ Smooth Zulus. If y'all follow DJ Smooth, aka Unc, his birthday party is Saturday at 5 Points. I'll be up there spending with him for a little while until my leg decide I need to take my black ass home. I go to the doctor tomorrow. They're gonna take out more stitches so we can get this Kanye West effect. Because right now I feel like there's a draw inside my jaw. So that's what we got going on Friday and Saturday. Sunday I got a caterer event, and after that I'm gonna cook for my family. And I don't know what they have planned, but since I already got my Father's Day present, I'm just gonna lounge in my motherfucking recliners and just chill for the rest of the day. So you ready?
I am ready.
All right. What we doing first? Old school movie, old school music.
Let's do the old school song.
What's your old school song?
Jump,
Which jump?
jump, jump by Crisscross.
Crisscross?
Yes, 1990, 1991.
2, maybe 3.
I think it's 1990 or
I think you need to keep the mic so you can,
because
you can't hear yourself
I
any louder.
was at Wade Park Elementary.
That's not 93. Jump is 93.
Are you sure?
Let's see. When was Jimmy Shaboom? That's how I figure out when shit was.
I think it was 90 or 91 because I had cross colors.
It wasn't 90. I just came off from Navy and crisscross wasn't a
Let
group
me see
yet.
what year.
It was 93 or 92. Look it up. Somebody said, how you order? I missed it. Hold on. Go
You
back.
just said it. You literally answered
Why'd
that
you
question.
fix that fucking phone so I can see?
It wasn't. Ain't nothing wrong with my phone. That was something wrong with your hands.
You know what?
There you go, right there. See?
Okay. We need to look up what year it came
that's
out.
what I was doing. Except you was on my phone.
I could actually just look over here. It's right here. Where we at? Are we by the caves? Are we by the caves? We really looking this shit up for real.
Because you always got to be right. And what if
I'm right about this. I know it was 94, 91.
Let me see. What year?
All you have to do is put Jump by Crisscross. Go ahead. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
1992.
That ain't 90 or 91.
All right, but it ain't 93.
I said 92 or 93.
Okay, but it's still old school for me.
Okay.
It might not be old school for you.
That's not my old school. I got
It's
a whole
old school for
soundtrack
me.
for old school. Bam. Superfly. One of the
Bam.
best black exploitation movies ever made.
What year did that come out?
73.
Yep, that's older than me.
Yo, I wasn't that old when it came out. I might have been. Was I
I
4?
wasn't even a sperm cell yet.
Go back to TikTok. You wasn't a thought of.
Mm-mm. I wasn't even in the left nut or the right.
Your mom was like 7. Oh my God.
66. Let's see.
She wasn't 10. Let's see what year it come
No,
out.
she wasn't 10 if it came out in 73.
This is like 73 or 74, I'm sure. 72. If I was 4, she was 7.
Yeah.
That's why she hate me now.
And I wasn't even a sperm cell.
Oh God. My parents was divorced when your mama was 7.
You stole the cradle.
What's your old school movie?
My old school movie is Problem Child with Junior.
John Ritter?
Yes.
Wow.
That little nigga was bad. He wasn't it. He was
Never
a
seen it.
crack.
Wow.
He
Well,
was
there we go.
He was a pink person.
My old school. You need to bring your old school movie because Dolomite is my old school movie.
You didn't
And I got
say
a
I had
VHS.
to bring the movies.
I gotta stay one step ahead of you. If I tell you, then you'll be on the same level.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
the air just
something.
went on?
The air just went off.
Okay.
It sounded like the mics went off. But
It
was
did.
just
I'm like,
the
what's
air
going
that
on
was
over
off.
here? Also coming back in July is the radio station WLD 68.1 and Legion DJs Radio.
But you know what? What was close
What?
to Problem Child for me? Dennis the Menace.
I ain't watched neither of them. I was grown.
I watched.
I was
Dennis
like
the-
having sex with multiple
Fuck.
women around. When both of them came.
Oh,
What
no.
year did Problem Child come out?
The Problem Child came out in 91, and Dennis the Menace came out in 93.
Damn, you know them, don't you?
Well, you know, I was.
I probably had 7 kids by 93, so I don't know what to tell you. Let's see, I had Jettie, Nan, Nathan, Javante, yeah, definitely 7 kids by 93. Now, it remains to be seen which ones were and were not mine. Some of them tests came back 0.
That's another story for another show. We don't do that. Name that parent.
I know they parents. I know that I'm the parent. I don't know who the fuck their parents are, who they think they are.
But you're not the parent. Because Dana said you're not the parent.
I'm 4 of them. But if you tell them that, they'll fight you. How the fuck do I shoot parents with a voice?
What, the video? The music?
I wanted to stay there the
Because
whole
you
time.
turned it on.
I wanted to always know voice for every song.
Oh, so you just know the instrumental.
Yeah, that's all we need.
So did you set it up for instrumental?
What's Smooth doing right now? He's right here. You ain't gotta look up there. He right here.
Smooth said
92? Okay. Got you. Shout out to Life of Lou, Yum's mama. Yum's mama. Just hit us on the DM. I'll tell you how to order your cups. Well, that ain't the only one we got. We got Hello Kitty as well.
Yes, we do.
Did I put Black Betty Boop up already? Somebody missing. Disney. Next day they go in, right? The next day, if you order them tonight, I promise you I'll mail them out tomorrow.
And it doesn't just have to be stickers. Just so you know, you
Yeah.
can get it personalized with
Whatever you
it
want.
Is that your heart desires.
Those won't go out the
It
next
can be
day.
your name. It can be your school. It can be your sexual orientation. I mean,
You need a new mic. Can you hear yourself? That means can nobody hear you.
I can't hear myself either.
If you can't hear yourself over there, that means you're not allowed.
Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Shout out to the LD DJs, DJ Smooth, Big Dread, DJ D-Rock, DJ Armani Range, DJ Red Eye, DJ Rock, DJ Baby.
Whoa. DJ Baby. Whoa.
What don't your say DJ DaBaby?
I am a DJ.
She's not a DJ. She's
Y'all
our
gotta
manager.
come check out my skills.
DJ.
I've been on them tables.
Did
I
I
know
say
how
Big
to
Jew
set
and
them up.
Rock?
I know how to break them down.
And that's
I
it.
know how to put them together.
She can't play nothing.
I can play some music.
She could mix a record on
Might
Christmas
not be
Day
very
with a mixer.
good at it, but I can do it.
Oh, you can play music
I
because
believe in
apparently that's all you gotta
myself.
do now to be a DJ is be able to play something.
I know you saw me scratch.
Touch my turntables.
I
Very
will
special
show
set of
y'all how
skills.
to scratch on a record.
Oh no,
It
what record?
It will be scratched up
It
when
will.
it's over.
And I'm gonna scratch your ass when it's over.
Let me tell y'all what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Rock Skate Roll Bounce. That's the one I broke twice.
Let me tell you
in the
about
same
this.
Year.
Me and her were having a
6
discussion.
months apart.
Literally 6 months exactly. She broke the same record twice. I was so fucking mad. She didn't even say shit the second time. She just turned around and walked away.
But I can scratch it.
It's yours now. It's broke.
But you got like 5 of them.
Now
I can scratch the
I only
next
had
one.
one then. What are we normalizing?
I actually was not prepared to normalize anything because
Let's normalize investing.
well, see, I was gonna say let's normalize being natural in all that we do.
You mean like what?
Like my husband didn't like my natural hair today,
That-
so he just went and told me I need to go to the bathroom before we started this show.
She looked like a chicken had been plucking through her damn head. I just told her to go do something.
He
to it.
doesn't like my biological hair. He want me to.
When she go to sleep, I'm gonna cut that
He
shit
want
off.
me to go borrow somebody else.
I'm gonna put some tar in it like flowers in the attic. See how she like that? Like it looks great like that, huh?
So for the wedding that I'm gonna be in, I'm gonna borrow Maggie's hair.
Maggie who?
Whoever hair.
Maggie from the Simpsons? Oh wow. Oh, hey, I ain't on that.
Maggie Iguodawis.
I'm gonna park here and Uber to the wedding.
I told you something wrong with the mic. All we need is one.
No, it's good.
So what
I
did
see
I
what's
do?
going. The battery dying.
Oh,
It's gonna
see,
last for the end of
no,
the show though.
He was playing me. He was trying to play me.
Shut the
Set me
hell
up for failure. Give me the bad mic, and then put a pink top on it.
We're gonna. I'm not used to putting on condoms. Here you go.
He did something that he doesn't normally
Shout out to
do.
everybody.
Left me speechless.
All right, what's your 14 questions? 14 years apart.
So since we are 14 years apart, I decided to come
Tony,
up with 14.
that's Tony. What's up, baby? I love you. Okay, Tony. I ain't seen you since the reunion, so you got to come visit. You got to let us know when you're in town. We have to get together. It is so good to see you, sweetheart. DJ Smooth is in the building.
So since we're 14 years apart, I came up with 14 questions.
Still can't hold the mic. That's
kinda,
gonna be all
sorta.
14 of my questions. How you gonna
I
hold the
was
mic?
talking into the mic because I can hear myself over here.
Okay.
The only person who can't hear me is you.
Ooh. Pew.
Shots fired. Boom. Okay. So, question number 1. If you could live in any time period, which time period would it be and why?
1967.
Why would it be 67? Why?
So I could meet my sister.
Aww. Now,
Oh.
see, that's a sweet answer. Y'all are just going to be a jerk and give me some bullshit because that's what my answer was. I wanted to go to the 60s period because I wanted to see what it was like to live my best life in the 60s.
I don't want to do that.
I want to go back to the 60s.
See, our parents are older.
But I was an 80s baby.
Right, my
so-
parents lived. I was born in the 60s, and my parents couldn't even vote when they were born, so I don't want to go back then. My mother and father, they still had separate water fountains and counters and shit.
Oh wow! See,
So
my mother was 16 when she had me,
yeah, but it was in the
so
80s.
it was in the 80s.
Like my,
and
my parents got married in
we
like 64.
literally like grew up together.
Right. No, my parents, the stories I heard, and what my grandmother had to go through. So I know about the depression because my grandmother actually lived through it. So you gotta think my grandmother
Your
lived through.
grandmother has lived through.
She
the
lived through World War
Depression.
One, Two,
Right.
the Korean War, Vietnam War, segregation, desegregation, pandemic, and the Twin Towers.
That's crazy.
She's 101 years old. Shout out to Susie Q.
Amen. I love Susie Q.
That's she a whole walking history lesson. When I was going through chemo, she came over and talked to me and my boys.
Remembers
everything. Ain't nothing wrong with her memory. She remember I stole her car in '87.
But she remembers it.
She might do what? Repeat?
She might repeat it a few times, but she remembers.
She does. She does. What's next?
What is your biggest fear and how do you overcome it?
My biggest fear.
Your biggest fear.
My biggest fear is leaving Earth without a plan for my wife and my children. That's my biggest fear. Like whenever I go to surgery, it don't bother me that I'm about to have a bunch of stitches where they cut.
Meanwhile, I have a nervous breakdown.
I'm never nervous about the surgery, the treatments, nothing. That's the blessing. But I'm always worried, like, what if I don't wake up from this anesthesia? Will they be okay? That's the only thing I worry about. And I worry about my children that's going to try to come to this funeral that's not invited because I already made their flash drives. Because contrary to popular belief, people be saying it's up to the parent to reach out to their grown. If you grown and you mad with your parents and we don't know why you don't come to us, that's your fucking fault. I said it and I mean that. So every year on my birthday, I make new flash drives. So they came out, well, Tanisha said we couldn't come. No, your father said your black ass couldn't come because I made flash drives for all 19 of y'all. About 6 of y'all are not invited to the party. Because why are you going to come see me then? You got the opportunity now while I'm still here. I had 8 surgeries this year. And half of those kids I didn't even talk to. So I'm good. I love you. I don't like you. I'll see you later. Peace. What's the next question?
Well, see, my biggest fear is leaving this world with regret. So I try to make sure that I'm living life daily. And then B, I try to make sure that I leave people with the energy that I want returned to me.
When did you switch this chair?
I switched that before we started because I don't want to feel tall today.
Oh, you looking real short. I'm looking tall now. Like, why the fuck are you so low?
Well, you actually are.
I am. That's why I got you the chair so we can be the same damn height.
Oh, you don't see all this.
Girl, sit down.
I got all this cushion, and you see that? Look at this. Our shoulders match.
Oh, go ahead. You're leaving with regrets. That's your biggest fear?
Yeah, leaving the world with regrets. I make sure that I tell people what they mean to me. I make sure that I tell people I'm sorry because it's so much that can be left unsaid.
Absolutely.
Exactly. It won't be on me if I'm living without regret.
And because I'm a towards people, like I don't reach out. I reach out once. You got the message. If you don't, especially if it's something if you know, for one, you parents, men and women, quit telling these children grown people's business and turn them against the other parent.
Absolutely.
Quit doing that because they only hear one side of the story because you done scared them from coming and even talk to the other parent. Not even know that parent might love them just as much as they do, but let them find out on their own. I done have so many like, your father this, your father that, your father this. It's a reason that everybody thinks I'm a good father, and it's a reason they think I'm a bad father. But if you don't talk to me, you don't even have a voice in the conversation.
Absolutely. And that goes not just for parents with children. That goes for it goes for siblings. It goes for uncles and aunts.
Take this one. It's not blocking, but you hold it so far.
It was kind of blowing me though,
because
it's not lopsided.
I can guarantee you.
Because you pulled off a piece.
Girl, that ain't got nothing to do with it. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit.
But anyway, it goes for family members. Like, we walk around angry, and we don't even know what we're angry for, and it causes dissension amongst your family, amongst your friends, with your kids, with your uncles and your grandmothers, and I mean, it's unnecessary tension. And me, I've decided that I'm returning energy and protecting mine at all costs.
I was informed by her that we're not giving out.
Returning energy.
We giving the same. If you give us bad energy, we ain't giving you no energy. And I want to give a shout out to my cousin Chuck because he's going through it as well. But he came to see me when I was in the hospital, chill, chat with me, along with my dad. My dad was here every day till I told him, "Hey, you can skip the day." Then he came early the next day after that. So my pops, that's my hero, no matter what. And I was that kid who was, you're gonna be just like your father, and I ain't even know that was a bad thing. Like, okay, well, I'm cool with that because if I could be half the man he is, then I'm a big man at that. So it is what it is.
Absolutely.
What's your next one?
If you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be and why? It's hard. It's like thought-provoking.
3 words: hardworking, relentless, emotional.
Ooh, Jesus. Yes, you are emotional. Yes. You're too emotional about your emotions.
Shout out to T. San in Vegas.
So my 3 words would be loyal, sacrificial, and loving.
Okay, I can roll with that.
And speaking of those words, do they in some way relate to your love language? And what is your love language?
I don't know. Let's come back to that one. Go to the next one.
We're gonna put that in, park that in the parking lot.
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to
that. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and what would you discuss? Since you're a history buff, figured you might like this question.
Abraham Lincoln.
Woo-hoo! That shows our age. Okay. Why?
Because I would wonder, like, why you got these people thinking you freed the slaves when you don't even like black people? But you figured that the only way, it was a financial decision. You still own slaves. You just had to free them because you was rich enough that it wasn't going to hurt you. No, that was Thomas Jefferson.
Now, Thomas Jefferson definitely.
He slept with all of his, he had kids, biracial kids, but Abraham Lincoln, it was a hard choice for him. It wasn't like free the slaves and let's make it all great. It was either we going to lose this war, we need this money, let's free the slaves. I don't know how to scroll on it. That's definitely that. Now it's going to start all the way over.
I don't know.
So he didn't free shit. Like, I mean, he signed the Emancipation Proclamation, but if we were really free, how come our grandmother couldn't vote? How come our parents, the Voting Act wasn't passed till my parents were born? I'm only 56. Ruby Bridges is still living, and they had to get the fucking National Guards for her to go to elementary school. Exactly. So we're not that far removed from segregation. And if you go back to segregation, we're not that far removed from slavery. So yeah, I'd like to talk to Abraham Lincoln.
Me, I would like to talk to Barack Obama because I want to know what it felt like to be the first black person to make history in a way that affected the entire world.
But I don't think it. I think it affected the entire world more negatively than positive. It was positive for black people. We still the minority.
It was positive.
It was people that were angry that he was president.
Exactly. So,
and there are people that are angry.
But even amongst all of that anger and animosity, he still did something that hasn't ever been done.
Okay.
He beat the odds.
If I never seen or talked to him, I would still be okay.
I would love to just pick his brain up.
I understand.
But see, I wouldn't want to talk to Abraham Lincoln, somebody like him, because I think that he was.
Well, it ain't gonna be no repercussions now.
Well,
I wouldn't want to talk to him. No, but like, if it was possible, it's none now. But I wouldn't want to talk to him in the 1700s. I want to talk to him now, like if that was possible. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's the same with Barack Obama. I want to talk to him now.
While he's still alive?
While he's still alive.
I got you.
To hear what he actually has to say, because he was all about this change and change and change and change. But then Trump followed him and gave America money. More money than they had been receiving ever.
What Trump gave America was a lot of financial situations they had never been in. So in Trump's defense, he's a fucking idiot, but that idiot made sure a lot of black businesses grew from Trump's presidency than ever before. Which is almost people like you can't. They just like Trump. Trump is an idiot. He is all of those things, but a lot of black businesses grew, and
They thrive.
after he wasn't president, we started suffering.
Going back to
Like, what the
depression.
fuck? What's going on now? And that'll probably never happen again, even if he become president. Because one thing for sure, we're not ever gonna stick together like the other races do. They said we don't care if he get in jail, we elected him president. Do you know how many people less tried to register to vote yesterday? Young men between like 21 and 30. And they was like, no, that shit don't matter. He couldn't
Right.
get nobody to register to vote.
And it's sad. It's a sad disparity because black people just period don't believe that we have a voice enough that they think it's important enough to register to vote,
But-
especially young black men.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just, you gotta look at how different it is from when Barack ran to now, because it changed so drastically.
It did, but I think that it has a lot to do with, well, the amount of black men or women and children that's literally dying because they passed a law that should have been unconstitutional.
I get that.
Like, I get the right to bear arms, but y'all putting guns in people's hands and
Well,
expecting you not to use them.
I think that's a bad law. I think, no, the right to bear arms is cool. It's like,
That's why I
but
said
anybody can have one now.
I understand the right to bear arms, but they made it possible for murderers to get a carrier.
Well, you can get a gun anyway if you was murdered. You ain't supposed to have one if you were a convicted felon. But they
but now
also
you got stand your ground.
standing around
got-
in Ohio. It only
Yeah.
works for the other races. It don't work for black people.
Exactly.
That's a fact. It don't work for us. And I said, what did I tell you? I said, I hope they don't legalize weed. It's gonna be ugly out here. Every car I'm behind, I get high. I don't smoke. My windows up is coming in my car, and because these young people think, hey, this is the way. Even some of my kids.
Mhm.
I'm like, hey, don't. You can't smoke weed and then call me for a few dollars. That's not gonna happen. I ain't got nothing for you. Sorry. If you're gonna let that $10 bag and that dollar blunt come between making you $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, then your head is somewhere else anyway.
Or how about that blunt or that $10 bag coming between you and a place to lay your head?
There it is.
Because it's a lot of parents who are not fans of the use
no.
of marijuana inside of their houses,
And count me in that
including us.
minority. Right. It's not going down.
Like, but these kids don't give a shit. They don't
Okay.
care.
Next topic, because we done got a lot of off subject.
I guess that kind of goes with the next.
What was that?
My next question was, what is something you believe in that others may find controversial or unpopular?
Unpopular. I think we did just cover that.
That's why I said
So
it
we
kind of
skip
goes
to the
hand in
next
hand,
one.
except that I believe in organized religion, and that
I do
is
not.
very controversial.
You believe in it?
I absolutely believe in it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that even that I'm not going to force it on anybody, but I absolutely believe in it because we got people that's walking around talking about these spirits in the universe, but every spirit that's in the universe ain't positive.
And everybody in the church ain't saved.
Oh, there's a lot of hypocrites in the church.
But I don't
didn't
believe in
know.
organized religion because I believe it's too many religions to be organized. It's way too
But
many.
see, I think that what it is that yes, there are a lot of religions, but everybody is still praising the same God. Just different names.
No, you're not.
I said that's what I believe.
Jewish. Okay, I get you. Okay, well, I don't believe in organized religion because I already been to heaven. I went to heaven and it wasn't about religion when I was there. And I actually was there. So when people talk about, like, my story is so incredible. Ooh. Why is it restricted? They're restricting our life? What do we do? Okay.
They can't hear me.
We can't talk about religion?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay, we
might
gonna skip.
be.
We gonna go to the next subject on that one. Damn. And I
What
wouldn't
do
want to have dinner with Abraham Lincoln. I just want to talk to him. I don't want to feed him.
What are your top 3 songs, and do they in any way represent who you are as a person?
Yep.
What are your top 3 songs?
You know him. Let's see if you know one of them.
Your top 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Donny Hathaway.
That's number 1. It's
song for you?
A song for you.
Stevie Wonder.
If it's magic, you good. That girl good.
And the third one, I will have to go to a hip hop song.
It's a gospel song.
Oh, it's gospel?
She gonna get it.
How come I can't think of a gospel song?
There's some brothers.
Um,
You already know what it is. As soon as I say, you're like, oh.
wait. It's the Hawkins.
Nope.
Not the Hawkins.
No. I said brothers. Mm-hmm.
Who?
Question is, the Winans.
Oh, see, I was thinking family, but I wasn't thinking the right. It's okay, you're right.
I said brothers.
Yeah, but
Edwin and Walter only made songs in like a few times together. They had separate everything.
okay.
Yeah. But that would have been number 4 if you had went there.
Oh, okay.
Be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had a conversation with your younger self, what would you say?
Don't steal Granny Crow. No, what I would say, I would let me see how young. So I left home pretty early. So I don't know. Because I was told so many things. Like, I'll tell you, my mother was like, you think you're going to play music forever? And yeah. If my mother could see me, she would be laughing, like, you still playing music forever. So I think I would have started my business earlier than 25. As soon as I got out the Navy, I would have started my business immediately. And I wouldn't have gotten married.
You wouldn't have?
At
all?
Not the first time.
I think if I could talk to my younger self, I would tell me to live, let go, and stop trying to live up to other people's expectations. Because sometimes you love your parents or the people that are in place to be your parents, but they can hold you back.
They can. It's family members.
Yeah, they can hold you back.
I come from a family on my father's side of all entrepreneurs. You know that. Like, literally, I tell everybody my grandmother had her restaurant for 40 years, and I just recently found she had it for 53 years. I'm 56. My grandmother had her restaurant for 53 years, 3 years before I was even born. On top of working a second job. Check one. When she retired from her regular job, she still worked for like 20 more years at her restaurant. And she just been living her life ever since. So I would have started my business much earlier. And I loved it. Like, I couldn't even fill out a job application because I'd be like, would you want me to come teach y'all how to do this shit? I know this already. Like, what would I fill out? I'm going to go sell records. I did that. I worked at a record store to learn how to have my own record store. Every job I had, it was to learn how to do something else. I worked at a factory to learn how to do invoices and order. I didn't work there because I wanted to be a U.S. merchandise warehouse. I didn't even know they was hiring black people. My girlfriend happened to work there as a temp, and so I just applied on the whim and got the job. It's going to blink on and off. We're going on and off to the end of the show.
Oh, okay. If you were stranded on a desert island with one album, one book, one movie, and one food, what would it be?
One
album.
You already know.
Songs in the Key of Life.
Life.
One book.
One book. Let's see. Their eyes were watching.
I think I would have to use that same book. My album would be different, but the same book.
I have no idea what y'all mean.
Beyonce's Dangerously in Love.
I can do that.
Yeah.
That's
it would be Beyonce's Dangerously in Love.
It's a perfect album.
One movie.
One movie. The Mac.
I knew it was going to be a black exploitation movie.
The Mac.
That would drive me insane.
I would be
like, just shoot.
You know what?
Now.
That would my one movie would be Love Jones.
Okay, I could do Love Jones.
That's my favorite movie ever.
But I could not do the Mac.
I could do the Mac.
None of them black exploitation movies.
We're gonna watch this when we get home.
And I will go to sleep.
I will shake the shit out of you. What's a record that's in my top 10 that people wouldn't expect?
A record in your top 10?
An album.
That people wouldn't expect?
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably Anita Baker's.
Ain't none of her albums in my top 10.
Oh.
It's more recent.
More recent?
You know what? Needed got one album in my top 10, but it's Amy Winehouse, and not Back in Black. Frank.
Frank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frank
I
is
knew
an
it would be
underrated
Frank.
album. Underrated. Hey, Tina T is in the
Well,
building.
what
Thank
about
you.
mine? What album do you think people would be shocked that I love?
Because some of the shit you and Jay Lamb be listening to, I ain't never heard. Something by Cardi B or something. I don't know.
No, they might.
What?
Ratchet shit.
You tell me. I don't know.
I think that the people wouldn't expect me to love Eminem Curtain Call.
Right.
Or Tribe Called Quest.
Midnight Marauders.
Midnight Marauders.
Midnight. Why is that speaker working? Turn it off. Just turn it off. Check, check. Ain't nothing wrong with these mics. Okay, come back in. And then we will go back and turn it off. Just reach up right where the plug is. Just turn it off. No, down, down, down. Look, just look behind. Look behind. Right above the plug. Take it off. Girl, right up. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Nisha. What's your next question? You got a whole glossary going on.
I had the questions for the questions, the backups for the questions that you didn't want to answer.
Okay.
If you could be any age for the rest of your life, what age would it be?
34.
What was significant at 34?
I met you.
Aww. Now that was sweet.
She about to cry.
I'm a pimp.
34. 34. You know, how old were we when Justice? Whatever year Justice was born, however old I was in 2012, that changed my whole life.
It did change your whole life. It changed your outlook.
Yeah, it changed my outlook. So 2000, however old I was in 2012 is when things changed.
Well, ironically, things changing is what my next segment of questions is about, because it's the relationship questions.
Okay.
So we're married now, but we were not always married.
We weren't always a couple.
And you definitely told me. Oh, this is a little known fact, guys. Back in 2000, Justin was born in 2005. So this was 2006. That was the first time we talked about marriage.
Was it 06?
It was 06, and I remember because we was on the porch on the west side.
Okay, absolutely.
And we were discussing marriage. We had actually looked at halls and everything. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, this guy comes home like, we're not getting married. He had, a new flavor of the week, and decided that he was going to be in a relationship, and told me that I'm a grown man, and that you're entitled to change your mind.
I wouldn't have been a good husband then.
Yeah, but at that point, it was not. I didn't take it very well.
That's an understatement.
And he didn't even call me a bitch then. He called me a bitch later.
I did not call you a bitch. I never called you a bitch. I did not. So that's a disclaimer. I never called it. Never.
He said I was acting like a bitch. But if you act like a bitch, if you tell me I'm acting like a bitch, you might as well be calling
Once
me
again,
a bitch.
you can order these cups. And I'll make sure I get it out to you same day. $5, you get the flash drive. We were arguing. She was screaming. I was like, damn, you acting like a bitch. Oh my God, you call me a motherfucking bitch. I'm like, oh my God.
I went off for 45 minutes.
That was about 18 years ago. It never happened again because I ain't want to hear that shit. But I've been hearing it for 18 years.
Absolutely. So the question there is, what is it that changed your narrative on relationships? And at what point did you decide marriage was the best decision for our relationship?
When I changed my outlook on relationships?
Mm-hmm. When did you decide that marriage was the best option?
On relationships, period, my mind changed around 2018. I got in a relationship. Unfortunately or fortunately, it didn't work out. And I decided to be single. But in between those two things, cancer showed up in a big way. So I still was okay being single. Like, I had my apartment, I had everything. Like, it was a bachelor pad. But when someone literally comes and tells you they don't say I'm gonna save your life, but they do everything to make sure you're gonna live. Then you realize that's the person that you should be with. And when you said, babe, it was just things because my ego is up here. So at first she told me I was gonna come live with her. I got this brand new luxury apartment with all the trimmings. I ain't gonna leave my motherfucking place with my fucking California king. Walk right, get out my bed, walk into the shower. I ain't hear daddy, 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 daddy. Get this, get that. None of that all day. Go do my work, come here. But every night, this is no lie. On my way home, me and her had this conversation. Us to stop at the gas station every fucking
Get a
night
slushie. and
and get a big ass pepper slushy, which is crazy because I don't even like
Which
slushies.
is funny that you don't even like slushies, but you got them every night.
And during my first couple of weeks of cancer treatment, I still was at home. I was toughing it out. And then one day, did I get?
Side note, guys, he doesn't like slushies now.
I don't like them at all. Can't stand
He
them.
won't even try it.
And she was like, babe, you got to come stay with me. I wasn't even ready to argue. Like, all right, I'm good. So I went because then in the middle, pandemic came. Then all 6 of my young all came to live with us at that time. I'm still not thinking about relationships. I'm trying to beat cancer. Then I started losing so much weight. She was like, babe, I can see your ribs. Because I was like, I'm not getting no feeding tube. I'm just too tough. Babe, I can see your ribs. Up, feeding tube it is. Get the feeding tube, go through everything. And then about a few months after treatment was done, I was like, I'm ready to go back to my apartment. And it didn't seem the same. Like being in that big ass apartment by myself, the kids wasn't there now. It just was completely different. And we got so much closer during that time. And then I just decided, she didn't even know. She had no clue.
I did not.
We had been broke up for years, double-digit years. And I was like, we getting married next year. She was like, all right. And I literally went and found a hall that day. It was a hall we originally was going to get during the pandemic. They sold it. So I went to the hall and I called her back like, we ain't getting married there. I won't give them no props because they played us.
They did.
I went and told them I wanted to get married. They gave me a price. They didn't even know how many people was coming. I'm like, I want to plan the wedding for next July. They was like $12,000. I'm like, God damn.
To start.
Right.
That's just to even have the conversation. It was $12,000.
I just got back in my Yukon and drove the fuck off. But while I'm driving, she said, what about the place that I did a lot of private weddings at this one place. I had to sign a lot of NDAs. She was like, see what they talking about. I went in there to remember this. I put the money down and the rest is history. Next month it'll be 2 years since we got married there. So all of those things in succession help plan us for right now because then after I get out of surgery, my daughter had to have surgery. And then we just went through so much together. Like it's people that never even picked up the phone to call me when I was going through it. There are people that didn't even say, hey, or call her. And I seen someone now. I seen him. I wasn't even mad at him. I just said his name, like, what's up, gave him a hug and kept it moving because we don't need to have a conversation now. We couldn't have one when I went through my worst times. You wasn't even my friend. Because I feel like if you can't call me, you can't call her. You ain't even got to call me. Call her and ask her how I'm doing. So I left. I had my boys come over and sit down like, hey, man. Because they was scared, more scared than I was. And I wasn't even scared. I'm like, damn, y'all scaring me. So it was those points, those succession of things made me ready, got me prepared for marriage. So that's when people ask me dumb shit like, what if somebody said this to Tanisha? Like, I just kill them. That's just, I'm like, so don't do it. Then your life is safe. Because I'll fucking kill you. And I'll gladly walk through prison with orange suit on for her. Where we at next? Because we only got about 10 more minutes.
All right, here's a funny one. Have you ever been broken up? Have you ever broken up or been broke up with over text or social media?
Yes. That ain't even, I've had
how fucked up it is.
In the last 12
years,
years, I've had 3 serious relationships. 2 of them I was going to move out of town. I didn't even know I was beefing. I had transportation at the time. I'm driving down the street and she calls me like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. What's going on? She's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, so I'm going to call you back. My phone ring again. It's one of my frat brothers. He like, man, sorry to hear about you and so. I'm like, hear what? I didn't even talk to her since this morning. I call her back like, what the fuck going on? She's like, well, she just put relationship ended today. I was like, oh, what? So I literally got broken up while I was at work. I didn't know why.
You didn't even know.
I had no clue. All of my friends knew because I wasn't on my phone while I was driving other people's children. An hour after I stopped, I got about 99 text messages and I called her and she was like, well, I didn't find out literally till I had just Jetties that a mutual friend of ours caused that breakup. And that was fucked up. And she said it
It's sad.
like it wasn't a big deal. And I'm looking at her like,
yeah, she laughed. Actually,
I should punch you in your ugly ass face. Like literally, I was looking at we up. Tanisha looking at me. I'm looking at her. Tanisha looked at me like, oh, you did not. I had no idea that she had made a phone call and said some shit that wasn't true. And that's what ended my relationship. Me and we still cool now. I'll see her soon. She'll be here in a few, but we still cool. We ended up being cool. And then she also became a big ass liar. And let me tell you how people be lying about where they at. She said she was somewhere else. Me and Tanisha go all the way to Mayfield Heights to go get something. Open the door, and lo and behold, who was parked right next to us. I cannot make this shit up. I open my door like. Matter of fact, that's how I went.
Remember, guys, I don't have a jealous bone in my body. I don't care.
The funny part
All
was
these women, I could care less.
her mother got out while I was getting out and said, "Oh my God, Justice was brand new." She was like, "Can I hold the baby?" And she was like, "Sure."
Was fresh out the hospital, right?
No, it was a few days. It wasn't fresh out the hospital because y'all couldn't go nowhere then.
No, I'm saying fresh out the hospital.
Oh, from her.
Picked her up.
Yeah, I picked her up from the hospital.
Yeah.
So we get out because it was cold. Yeah. So it was unseasonably cold in April. We had her. She said, "Oh my God, she's so pretty." I'm looking like, Nana? Look over like, oh, because this is a long way from Maryland. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, we're still cool. That's my homegirl. That was 13 years ago. We good.
Does love forgive all things?
Nope.
Or does love have limits?
Love does not forgive all things.
What's unforgivable?
Playing with my children.
So, playing with your children, does that entail you hopscotch? I mean, what's playing with your children?
You know, keeping the children away and misleading them. I feel like you shouldn't put children in grown people's business. And when you convince them you can brainwash a child. I know for sure you can brainwash a child and they start having animosity towards the other parent. And love doesn't forgive all things. If you try to interfere in my household or harm my children, I'm not forgiving you. I don't love you that much. I love me and my family more.
I concur. So, now we're going back to the whole relationship part of it because we went to the whole kids thing. And that's such a subject and we ain't going to expound on that. So I'll say, what are your thoughts on open relationships? Can it work?
It can. Can it work now with us? Nope. But yeah, at a point in my life, I was in an open relationship. So yeah, it can work. I don't care about those things anymore.
When does an open relationship become cheating?
An open relationship? When you're secretive about what you're doing.
So if you decided to add a person to your relationship,
you can't decide on your own. You have to.
If we come to a mutual agreement to add someone to our relationship, then you or I decide that we're going to have relations that you are not aware of. Is that cheating?
Yes.
Or is that a part of the open relationship?
Depends on what you guys discuss. Polygamy and polyamory are two different things.
But if we are both welcoming this third person into our relationship,
it's still limits. You have to agree on it so you will know that person how they feel emotionally.
So what would be the limit?
I don't know. I'm not doing that no more. But what was my limit? I can tell you my limit.
What's the limit?
My limit was I never left somebody for cheating or having a one night stand. But if you start having a fucking relationship, bitch, you can't go to the movies and go to dinners. If you get flowers at the job and I have to show it to your grandmother's house, then you done overstepped your motherfucking bounds. Shit, fuck them and keep it moving. Shit. I dated somebody else cheating with the neighbor. Now me and the neighbor are really cool.
You and her.
I dodged a bullet. She 5'5", 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide.
So I guess that was the next question was, is that considered cheating or is it grounds for dissolution of marriage?
What?
If the relationship on the outside of you and your mate with the third person, would that be grounds for dissolution of marriage?
I think that it depends on what rules were. You keep saying it like it's general. It's not a general thing.
No, I'm saying it because you just said that
we didn't have an open relationship.
No, not us.
No, me and her didn't have one either. We had no open relationship.
If we decided today that we're going to open in our relationship and we invite a third person into the relationship, and me and her or you and her start a relationship
That's what you want to see. Y'all can't hold the mic right
that
here.
is outside. You're not holding right there either.
You-
That is
everybody can hear me.
outside. Is that cause like because it's deceptive behavior?
Anything deceptive, I don't know if it's grounds for divorce, but it's going to be a discussion.
But you just said it was considered cheating.
No, you asked me. I wasn't married.
No, I'm talking about now.
I said if you start another. Okay, break this. You keep saying the same thing in a different way. You said if you start doing deceptive behavior.
But is it grounds for divorce?
I don't know. I don't know what. Like what? Give me an example.
I'm saying, okay.
You got to give me an actual event that occurred so I can.
Can't say.
Not
we
that
don't
it
have
occurred.
any
It's,
of
all this is
that.
hypothetical. So what are you saying?
I'm saying, all right. So Robin Z were on their what?
TikTok is really taking us through the ringer.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Whoa, that was different.
Right. So I'm saying, say you invite a third person in, and you decide I'm going on a date today, but I'm going with the other person.
Then that's polyamory.
So so you open it up for polyamory.
So if that's a whole separate relationship, which is what polyamory is, you don't have to discuss anything with the other person.
But if there are ground rules, then you should.
If you have
discuss
ground
it.
rules, then you shouldn't be in a polyamory relationship.
So then, what is the other relationship considered? Polygamous, right?
Polygamous is being married to more than one person. And those wives or husbands agree, this is what we're going to do.
So
that's a good question for Bees. I have to ask him.
Okay, yeah. So I was
because you said an open relationship. You said,
so I'm saying if
but
it's
you said about you can do this.
Is an open relationship the same as a polygamous relationship or a polyamorous relationship? What's the difference?
You know exactly what you're getting in polyamory and polygamy.
And you also know what you're getting in the open relationship.
No, you don't. You're saying you can do whatever.
Okay. Well, I mean,
if you say, hey, you can do it, dude, that ain't.
But you're not open to to opening our marriage.
No, you want to open a marriage?
Hell
Then
no.
you got another one you want to tell me about.
That is
I'm
not
good.
God's will for my life.
Oh, there it is. Then.
I just thought it would be an interesting topic point since we were talking about it.
It is, but that's not happening. We out of here, babe. So.
Well, we're out. We're out of time.
We'll be back next Thursday.
We're not out of content because I have like a lot of questions.
This is some new shit I didn't even know about. So say goodnight,
I'm
Gracie.
Chaos and he's Baby, and we're gonna talk to y'all later.
Say goodnight.
Good night, Gracie.